In the state of Florida, many governmental responsibilities are contracted out to private companies. In many cases, the contract entered into by the private company with the state of Florida subjects them to the Chapter 11907 Florida statutes, Florida's public records law. The contract that is signed by the CEOs and directors of these private companies makes it abundantly clear that they are subject to public records access. Typically, the public records language can be found on the very first page of the contract that they signed. Billions of taxpayer dollars are paid to these private companies to perform their stipulations of their contract. Unfortunately, the majority of these companies breach their contracts by simply refusing to allow public records access. The Salvation Army performs misdemeanor probation and parole services for many counties in the state of Florida. In 1997, Vanessa Stanfield submitted a public record request to the Marion County Salvation Army Misdemeanor Probation Office. She was denied access to the records, so she sued the Salvation Army under Florida's public records law. Not surprisingly, she lost at the circuit level, but she appealed the ruling. In the 1997 case Stanfield v. Salvation Army in front of the 5th District Court of Appeals for Florida, the court held that the Salvation Army contracted with Marion County to provide the probationary service for misdemeanors pursuant to Section 948.15 Florida statutes. Rather than providing services to the county, the Salvation Army provided services in place of the county. Accordingly, we find that all records which would be public if the county were providing probation services are also public when the Salvation Army performs the task. The court said that because we find the statutory and contractual delegation so compelling in this case, it is unnecessary to engage in the factor-by-factor analysis outlined in Schwab. Continuing our open government investigations, the Open Government Investigations crew visited the Duval County Salvation Army Misdemeanor Probation Office on Ocean Street in Jacksonville, Florida, to submit a simple public record request. I should point out that page 10 of the contract between Duval County and the Salvation Army states the following: compliance with applicable laws. The Army must comply with all applicable federal, state, and local laws, rules, and regulations as the same exist, and as may be amended from time to time, including but not limited to Chapter 119, Florida Statutes, the Public Records Act.
Good morning. Hey, I'm here to do a public record request. I'd like to inspect and photograph the sign-in log. It's just doing a public record request. I understand. Thank you. What is her name? Yeah, the director.
Ms. Reardon.
And what is her name?
That's Ms. Brown.
Ms. Brown, okay.
Sir?
Yes, ma'am.
I just spoke to my director, and she said anything that you would like to make a photo of, that you need to have the subpoena.
You have to have a subpoena. So are you guys subject to the public records law? Do you have a contract with the state of Florida?
Hold on.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
I need to know your name and your purpose for being here.
I don't want to give my name because I'm telling you my purpose. It's for a public record request.
Huh?
I prefer to remain anonymous, but my purpose for being here is for a public record request to inspect and photograph the sign-in log. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to come down and speak with you.
Okay. Who is that? Who's coming?
The major's going to come down.
The major? Okay. Thank you. What we're doing is we're doing a public record request, and we just wanted to inspect and photograph the visitor log.
Can't do that.
Okay.
Anything that you want as far as our documents here, you have to go through the court system and get a subpoena.
So do you know if do you have a contract with the state of Florida?
We do.
Is it subject to the public records request?
Not that I know of.
Not that you know of?
But I can give you my card.
Okay.
You can have your attorneys contact me.
Okay.
I'll give them our attorney's name, and we'll let the attorneys work that out. But I can't have anyone take pictures or get copies of anything that they themselves have not signed. So.
Okay, so can we go ahead and inspect and photograph the visitor log before we leave?
Nope.
No? Okay, thank you.
Not permitted. You are?
Major Rob Vincent, anonymous. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Well, you got my card.
All right, thanks. And we're video recording, by the way, too, just to let you know.
That's fine.
Okay.